Context: the life of a star in Nashville. When Reese Witherspoon is mentioned, people often immediately envision a dazzling movie star, someone who has captured the hearts of millions of viewers. However, outside of the sparkling spotlight, there exists another Reese, someone who lives a simple, love-filled life in Nashville, Tennessee. Her charming wooden house is nestled in a serene neighborhood, surrounded by towering trees and seasonal flowers blooming vibrantly. The house exudes southern charm, featuring handcrafted wooden benches where Reese and her family often relax together each afternoon. Inside, artistic paintings and handcrafted pieces, either made by her or her children, are proudly hung on the walls, serving not only as decoration but as warm memories. She carefully arranges every little corner, from the cozy sofas to the large dining table where many laughter-filled dinners have occurred. Daily life and family love. Each morning, Reese wakes up a little earlier to prepare breakfast for her family. Amid the aromas of coffee and toast, the house is filled with the carefree sounds of children. Breakfast is not just a simple meal but a time for the family to gather and share stories about the day ahead. Kids, today I am going to teach you how to make your favorite salad, Reese says with a bright smile, her eyes full of love as she watches the two. And after that, we'll make cupcakes to celebrate Grandma and Grandpa. Ava, her eldest daughter, claps eagerly, while Tennessee, her younger son, crouches down to touch the hot skillet with an inquisitive expression. Together, they whip up favorite dishes including whole grain pancakes with homemade syrup, scrambled eggs, and colorful fruit decorations. While cooking, Reese engages in lively conversation, teaching her children about nutrition, teamwork, and sharing the family values she holds dear. After breakfast, Reese often spends time doing creative activities with her children. That day, they decide to create a large painting from broken ceramic pieces. The moments of laughter and the careful arrangement of tiny fragments fill the room with warmth. Everything around seems to glow with love and the joy of simple pleasures. Weekend adventures. On weekends, the family often seizes the opportunity to explore nature. They venture together to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, where beautiful hiking trails await. With a backpack filled with snacks and drinks, the family sets off, excitement bubbling. Along the way, Reese shares stories about wildlife, plants, and local legends. Laughter, applause, and singing elevate the atmosphere. They discover babbling waterfalls, winding trails, and interesting stops together. Why don't we look for a heart-shaped leaf? Reese asks, her eyes sparkling. Ava and Tennessee, eager to join in, scamper around joyfully beneath the trees. The pictures capturing those sweet moments will forever be priceless treasures in their memories. That day, the sudden fatigue. After a long day filled with joy, as they return home, Reese feels an unusual fatigue wash over her. She cannot exactly define how she feels. She only knows that her heart is racing abnormally and her mind begins to spin. Nevertheless, Reese tries to keep the family atmosphere lighthearted. Maybe it's just that I've overexerted myself, she thinks, reassuring herself as she sees the hopeful gazes of her husband and children. Noticing the concern in Jim's eyes, Reese simply shakes her head and smiles gently, I'm fine. I just need to rest a little. She crawls into bed early after dinner, hoping for a deep sleep to restore her health. However, unexpected chest pains arise, becoming increasingly severe. Desperation and panic flood her mind. Why is this happening? She muses, yet despite her attempts to think clearly, her mind remains clouded. The light from the window casts strange shadows on the walls, deepening the room's gloom. The struggle in the dark room. In the middle of the night, the pain escalates, making it unbearable for Reese. She feels as though her heart is gradually stopping. In a daze, she hears her children's laughter echoing from the living room, and her husband reminding them to go to bed. For a moment, she wishes she could sit up, hug them, and promise that everything will be okay. At that moment, she quietly calls Jim's name, but it comes out as just a faint sound in the dark. She doesn't want to worry them. Call an ambulance, is the final thought that crosses her mind as she realizes she can no longer fight this battle alone. But her body remains motionless, unable to endure the ache. Help arrives too late. Hearing his wife's call from the room, Jim instantly feels something is wrong. He rushes into the room and finds Reese lying on the bed, her face pale. "Reese, what's wrong?" he exclaims in alarm at seeing his wife devoid of life. Panic overwhelms Jim's mind. Without hesitation, he calls for help. "Please, my wife needs help. Please come immediately." The sounds from the phone line do nothing to break the suffocating silence in the house. The wait feels endless as Jim tries to remain calm, though his heart is overwhelmed with fear. Their children, sensing something amiss, run into the room. Ava clutches her mother's hand tightly, while Tennessee shouts, "Mom, don't sleep," but all their efforts are futile against the horrifying reality. The fateful moment. Finally, when the ambulance arrives, medical personnel rush in to perform CPR. Jim stands at the doorway, his heart breaking at the sight before him. Time seems to freeze as Ava and Tennessee can only watch their mother with eyes filled with confusion and fear. They cannot fathom that this is the last time they will see their mother in bed. The resuscitation attempts stretch on, but there is no beeping sound signaling life. Tears well in Jim's eyes, yet he finds himself at a loss for words, silently praying for a miracle. At last, a doctor exits the room. His face is grim, and his voice coldly cuts through the air. "We tried our best but could not save her." Those words shattered any remaining hope within them. Jim feels as if his heart has been stabbed deeply, leaving him with nothing more to feel. An unwinnable battle. Sighs and cries of anguish fill the air, and the atmosphere feels shattered by sorrow. "Mom!" Tennessee's wail pierces through the air, sending Jim into overwhelming pain. The family feels as though it has collapsed, the salty pang of grief choking them, their tears impossible to hold back. Everyone around, close friends to millions of fans who once adored her, cannot believe that a strong, vibrant woman like Reese could leave so suddenly. Millions of memories flood back. Images of her radiant smile, kindness towards others, and the quiet philanthropic acts she performed. A legacy stored in the heart. The entire following week was truly a dark time, not only for Jim but also for millions of fans. Lifelong memories of Reese came surging back, and stories about her were shared by friends, colleagues in the film industry, and those she had helped. The tales of future projects, unmade films, everything felt sorrowfully meaningless. Her image imprinted deeply in everyone's mind, and no one could forget. People began writing tribute posts on social media, sharing memories and works she had participated in, an endless list of her achievements. During a memorial at a cinema, hundreds gathered to watch the beloved film, Legally Blonde, in which she starred. The atmosphere was filled with tears yet also overflowing with smiles as everyone recited familiar lines, remembering the reasons they cherished Reese. The heartfelt funeral. Reese's funeral was held in a suffocating yet love-filled atmosphere. The small church, where family and friends gathered, was adorned with fresh flowers, her photographs, and candles lit like stars sparkling in the night sky. Attendees included not only family and friends but also colleagues and fans from around the world. Soft music filled the silent space as her close friends stood to share personal and meaningful memories. Stories of warm meals shared, inspiring moments at work, and sweet memories were recounted with reverence. She was not just an actress, a close friend expressed. She was a strong woman, full of love and courage. She made her dreams a reality and helped many others do the same. Applause erupted, but not in joyous celebration, rather a respectful tribute to silent pain. At the end of the funeral, each person lined up to pay their respects and light a candle for her, their eyes glistening with sorrow. Tears fell, blending with the pure white flowers, a symbol of longing and remembrance. An eternal legacy. Reese's legacy is not only encapsulated in award-winning films but also resides in the hearts of those who admired and loved her. The life she led is a profound engraving of human values, commitment to community, and an indomitable will. Through every letter written, every speech given, and the stories living within each person, her legacy will continue. A scholarship fund named in her honor supports female students pursuing artistic dreams. Memorial gatherings and community activities will persist, always reminding us of a resilient woman who left a lasting mark on society. Thus, even though Reese's life has come to an end, the legacy she left will never fade. From each film she starred into the charitable work she initiated, all will continue to live within the hearts of those who loved her. Conclusion. An indelible legacy. The death of Reese Witherspoon is a great loss, but her story will never end. She lived a colorful life, and in the hearts of those who loved her, she will forever be a guiding light. She taught us that each moment is precious, that love and resilience are the most important things in life. Her legacy resides not only within great films but also in the values she lived by and passed on to the next generation. Reese Witherspoon, with all her love and strength, will always be a part of this world, a part of the soul of everyone who ever adored her, cherish what she contributed, and feel her light within their own lives. Amid dark nights, the glow from stories of her life will always be there, a warm flame for those seeking inspiration. Though her life has ended, the traces she left will continue to shine, a lesson for all about faith, love, and bravery. Reese was not just a star but also a woman with a kind heart, and her legacy will live on in the hearts of everyone who ever knew her. Biography and family. Reese Witherspoon was born on March 22, 1976, in New Orleans, Louisiana, into a family with a tradition of education. Her mother, Betty Witherspoon, was a medical teacher at Vanderbilt University, and her father, John Witherspoon, was a military doctor. In such an environment, learning and self-development became core values that Reese absorbed. From a young age, Reese was an active girl. She participated in various extracurricular activities like drama, dance, and sports at Harpeth Hall High School, where she studied. These activities helped her develop her social and artistic skills. Reese's life revolved not only around education, but also encompassed numerous experiences that shaped her personality. In 1995, Reese decided to attend Stanford University with plans to study English literature. However, her acting career offered her irresistible opportunities, leading her to drop out to focus on film. This risky decision reflected her determination and courage to pursue her passion. Early career in film. Reese Witherspoon began her acting career at 14 with a role in The Man in the Moon, 1991. This performance put her on the path to stardom, although the journey wasn't entirely smooth. After participating in several films, she didn't always receive the roles she desired. In 1999, Reese had a significant breakthrough role in Cruel Intentions, a controversial teen film with complex themes. Her character in the film not only solidified her talent but also established the boundary between innocence and the temptations of youth. Ultimately, Legally Blonde, 2001, became a major shock in her career. This film not only brought her commercial success but also became a strong cultural icon for women of that generation. The character Elle Woods represented strength and determination to overcome societal prejudices, a profound message at that time. Impact in the film industry. Reese Witherspoon's story does not stop at acting roles. She understood that being a star isn't just about fame, it comes with responsibility. Throughout her career, she has tirelessly fought for women's rights in the film industry. Reese founded Hello Sunshine, a content production company aimed at encouraging and creating engaging stories about women. This company has produced many beloved films and TV shows, from Big Little Lies to Little Fires Everywhere. Reese is also known for her strong statements on gender equality in the industry. She wants to promote female participation in leadership roles, not just in production but also in creative positions, to reflect what women truly want to see on screen. Life before her death. Notable film career and roles. Early career, 1990 to 2000. Acting from a young age, Reese Witherspoon made her public debut with her first role in The Man in the Moon, 1991, at just 14 years old. The film received praise and earned her the Best Breakthrough Actress award at the MTV Movie Awards. She imbued her character with a subtle innocence and depth that caught the attention of critics and audiences. Role in Freeway, 1996. Reese's character in Freeway is a modern, darker version of Cinderella's story. She powerfully portrayed a female character facing many life challenges, which earned her significant recognition. The late 1990s. Following that, Reese participated in films like Cruel Intentions, 1999, and The Importance of Being Earnest, 2002. This solidified her position in Hollywood and increasingly affirmed her acting talent. A Leap Forward, 2000 to 2010. Legally Blonde, 2001. This is a significant milestone in Reese's career. She not only acted but also produced the film. The character Elle Woods became a role model for millions of young women, conveying a message about not letting outward appearances dictate one's self-worth. The film earned over $141 million in North America and became a cultural phenomenon, opening up new opportunities for Reese. Sweet Home Alabama, 2002. Following the success of Legally Blonde, Reese continued to impress with her role as Melanie Carmichael. This film was not only commercially successful but also solidified her ability to portray romantic roles. The film's storyline revolves around life and the tough decisions she faces on returning home. Walk the Line, 2005. With her role as June Carter Cash, Reese profoundly depicted the joys and pains of an artist's life. She spent much time vocal training and researching June's life and received an Oscar for Best Actress. The kiss scene with Joaquin Phoenix in the film symbolized true love and made a lasting impression on the audience. Transformations after 2010. Wild, 2014. This was one of her first self-produced films, taking Reese into new emotional depths. Based on Cheryl Strayed's memoir, Reese underwent intense physical training to shoot the outdoor scenes. This time, she was not only an actress but also a producer, showcasing her creativity and understanding of the film industry. Big Little Lies, 2017. This television series brought Reese further success, emphasizing that she would not cease to create and grow in the film industry. As Madeline Mackenzie, she not only showcased her acting skills but also highlighted the role of women in modern society. The show created a wave of positive commentary and received numerous major awards. Social activities and inspirational role. Managing Hello Sunshine. In 2016, Reese Witherspoon established the production company Hello Sunshine, aiming to give female screenwriters, directors, and creators opportunities to flourish. She wanted to assist other women in the film industry to tell their stories. Campaigning for women's rights. Reese has always been a strong voice in movements like #MeToo and #TimesUp, calling for respect and equality in the entertainment industry. Education Fund for Girls. Reese once stated, "Education is what can open doors for girls to pursue their dreams." She actively participated in organizing funds and programs to educate girls to improve their lives and give them more opportunities. Family life. Reese Witherspoon's story of love and family has also been an essential part of her life. Marriage to Ryan Phillippe. Reese married Ryan Phillippe in 1999, and they had 2 children, Ava Elizabeth and Deacon Reese. During this time, she tried to balance her career with family life, engaging in activities with her children. Divorce and impact. Their marriage faced numerous challenges, leading to their divorce in 2007. Reese found it difficult to juggle multiple roles but overcame challenges with strength. Marriage to Jim Toth. In 2011, Reese married Jim Toth, a producer at a film company. They had a son named Tennessee together. Jim became a solid support in Reese's life, and his support helped her navigate many difficulties in her career and personal life. Family habits. Reese often organized small family gatherings, creating opportunities for each family member to share and connect. To her, those moments were incredibly sacred. Health signs before death. Initial symptoms. Increased fatigue. Throughout the summer of 2023, Reese began noticing that her energy levels were not as abundant as before. Despite her busy schedule, she found it increasingly challenging to get up each morning, as if something was pulling her down. When she began her day, she often felt as though she had already endured a long, exhausting day. Meetings, film promotion schedules, and interviews became overwhelming, leaving her no time to rest. On days without enough sleep, Reese felt as though she was living within a bubble of pressure and fatigue. Chronic headaches. By neglecting her health, Reese began experiencing progressively severe headaches. The pain was not just an ordinary headache, it became an uncomfortable, prolonged sensation affecting her ability to work. While attending events or press conferences, bright lights or loud noises intensified her headaches. The fear that these pains could become a perpetual part of her life grew, causing concern over her health. Breathlessness symptoms. Particularly, one of the most harrowing signs was the sensation of breathlessness. Reese felt as if she was being held captive by an invisible force, causing each breath to become difficult. These breathless episodes arrived unexpectedly, sometimes while she was casually conversing or engaging in daily activities such as sitting or standing. The occurrences happened several times a week, forcing her to pause, breathe deeply, and sense her heart racing. Deciding to seek medical attention. Increased anxiety. Even without specific causes, Reese felt stronger waves of anxiety. The fatigue, headaches, and breathlessness affected her physical health and negatively impacted her mental well-being, pushing her toward a breaking point. Finally, one evening after a tiring day, she sat next to Jim and expressed her unease. She hoped it was merely a stressful phase, but the signs left a lasting impression in her mind. Comprehensive checkup. Deciding to see a doctor, Reese went to a well-known clinic for a health check. That afternoon, she felt anxiety rising with her heart racing and her mind cluttered with negative thoughts. While waiting, she reflected on everything she had faced previously and realized that health is the most precious asset. When it was her turn, the doctor began the general checkup and inquired about her symptoms. Initial test results. After a series of blood tests and various examinations, the doctor relayed that all results showed no signs of serious illness. However, the doctor emphasized that her health issues might be a result of prolonged stress and fatigue. Lifestyle improvement advice was given: to reduce work stress, exercise regularly, and practice relaxation techniques during leisure time. Reese left the appointment feeling somewhat relieved, yet worries still lingered beneath the surface. Growing anxieties. Even with no serious diagnosis, Reese's anxiety levels rose. She often felt like she was facing something ambiguous and undefined. Each sharp pain or unusual symptom filled her with fear, as if her health was worse than she believed. This affected her work attitude, resulting in times she struggled to focus and work effectively. Psychological counseling. Drawing encouragement from Jim and friends' care, Reese decided to seek a psychologist. She found a safe space to express her feelings. Through therapy sessions, she discovered that her anxiety stemmed from not only her health concerns but also the pressures of a public life. Conversations helped her find ways to control her emotions and face her anxiety without letting it dominate her life. Relaxation techniques. Reese began practicing meditation and yoga, methods that helped her connect with herself. She attended weekly yoga classes, which not only reduced stress but also improved her overall health. She discovered joy in walking in the park, feeling nature's freshness, and, more importantly, cherishing peaceful moments. The last day. A simple morning. As dawn gradually spread, warm rays filled the small room, creating beautiful light patterns on the old wooden floor. Reese slowly opened her eyes. The soft texture of a wool blanket wrapped around her body felt like a warm embrace. She sensed a peace within her soul, as if each new day brought a fresh start. She took a deep breath, drawing in the fresh air. The glimmering dew drops outside the window mirrored the wonders of life. Quiet time enjoying tea. After changing into comfortable clothes, Reese stepped into the kitchen. Familiar sounds from the coffee maker awakened her senses. She opened the window, letting the scent of jasmine from outside fill the room. She felt as if she were immersed in a beautiful nature painting. Carefully, she poured green tea into a small ceramic cup and sipped it slowly. The sweet flavor mixed with the salty taste of happy tears brought her tranquility. While writing in her notebook, thoughts about herself and future aspirations flooded in, igniting her imagination, from writing plans to limitless passion pursuits. A simple yet cozy breakfast. The sound of soft footsteps on the staircase made her heart flutter. Her vibrant children, with their messy hair and bright eyes, appeared in the kitchen. Reese smiled brightly at seeing them, as all her worries seemed to dissolve. They busied themselves helping her set the table neatly. The aroma of scrambled eggs mingled with toasting bread, each dish resembling a work of art. And when the family gathered around the table, sharing humorous stories, laughter echoed in the space, every voice resonating as the heartbeat of the family. Family time. After the cozy breakfast, Reese suggested a walk to the nearby park. The fresh air, the rustling leaves in the wind, and the scent of blooming spring flowers excited everyone. Holding hands, they walked comfortably along the grassy path. Her children ran around like wild horses, occasionally looking back to ask about the plants or animals they spotted along the way. Reese felt a rush of happiness as she observed them. recalling her own childhood memories of nature exploration. Afternoons with parents running around the park, listening to the wind, and searching for sparkling stones. Playing games. Upon reaching their favorite stopping point, Reese began organizing a game to find leaves of different colors. The children's laughter radiated through the air, making the atmosphere vibrant. "Mom, I found a red leaf," one of her daughters exclaimed excitedly. The children sprinted everywhere, their joyful shouts ringing like sweet melodies in the sunlight. Reese stood there, gazing at her children, feeling an overwhelming sense of happiness. It made her realize how precious these simple moments truly were. Ending a sunny afternoon. As the sun began to set, the family returned home with joy on their faces. Reese started preparing dinner while the children helped set the table and dishes. They created a warm atmosphere, a space where everyone could share joys, sorrows, and future plans. After dinner, the family lingered together, enjoying the sweet treats they made together. Outside, the bright moonlight illuminated every corner, but within their small home, the light of love and connection shone stronger than ever.